Thanks for checking out our video. Feel free to join our free weekly newsletter called Pop Culture Annotated, and also join our Discord server to talk with us and others that share your fandom in pop culture entertainment. Links in the description. Hey everyone, how's it going? So the movie Us has finally come out. It's really crazy actually. A lot of really cool stuff happens in the movie, but also at the same time, it's just a lot going on in the movie. It's definitely worth watching more than one time if you go see it this weekend. So if you go see it this weekend, maybe watch it by yourself, maybe then go with like family or friends, things like that. It's definitely going to take more than one view to really fully understand all the little intricate stuff in the movie that Jordan Peele put in there. But today we're going over the ending. During the final section of Us, Adelaide's doppelganger named Red takes Adelaide's son Jason to the underground facility that the Tethered used to call their home. And it turns out they lived there actually beforehand, not just in the current day, under specifically the House of Mirrors on the boardwalk where many years ago Adelaide had encountered a young Red who is her double. This traumatized her, and a sequence of events happened earlier in the film which led to her basically not really wanting to go to this boardwalk in the first place. She kind of had issues with it, but of course her husband Gabe was like, come on, let's go do it, it'll be a good time. And while Zora, her daughter, and Gabe seek a vehicle to escape in, Adelaide ventures below to rescue Jason and also presumably try killing Red. And when she gets there, she gets to the Tethered's facility and gets a lot of exposition about the Tethered, but also gets into a fight with Red. Now from here it gets a little interesting because while Red is giving some general information about the Tethered and kind of what they're all about, who they are, she reveals that they've been in hiding all this time and now they plan to reveal themselves to the world, kind of holding hands all across the world. It's kind of why they also have the scissors and stuff like that, because the whole time she's cutting basically out of paper a silhouette type looking thing of people holding hands based on an old 80s advertisement campaign. Now Adelaide and Red eventually do finish their fight, which Red loses and Red is killed by Adelaide, and then she takes her son Jason from hiding in a storage locker up to the surface where they meet with Zora and Gabe inside of an ambulance. And from there the family ends up driving off while we see more Tethered kind of actually coming out in the public and holding hands across mountains and streets, which is exactly what Red was talking about during the conversation she had with Adelaide earlier. And then this is where the big twist comes in, which may be controversial to some. So Adelaide begins having visions while driving of her childhood, and also just in general her original encounter with a young Red back at the House of Mirrors when she was a little girl. And it turns out she realizes at that moment she's actually the doppelganger, she's the Tethered the whole time. And we get more clarity of this because from previous flashbacks, we see that she goes to therapy because she's not really talking and doctors think that she's traumatized, so that's why she's mute. And it really turns out that the whole time, it wasn't that she was mute, it was that she was the Tethered version of Adelaide. So she never learned how to speak. That's why Red's able to speak somewhat, and also Adelaide's able to speak because she basically was taught by the family how to speak, just like a family teaches any child usually how to speak. So the doppelganger basically stole the entire life of the person that the whole time we thought was normal, kind of giving us the big twist. And upon this realization, it seems like also Jason kind of knows as well. And then the final image we're left off with is the camera pulling back to reveal the Tethered joined across mountains with news helicopters capturing the site from above while the family is still driving off. In some ways kind of leaves everything open-ended, just enough for a sequel. But comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this? Throughout the film they do kind of sprinkle little hints here and there that this may be the case, but the fact that they actually did it is kind of crazy. It's kind of a Shyamalan-like twist. But comment below and we'll see you guys later.